Destiny 1 and its expansions in about 3 minutes or so. I'm going to be skipping over a lot of minor details, and I'm not going to be going super in-depth into the lore because of course we want to make this video as fast as possible and summarize it for you guys that are trying to get into Destiny 2 but of course want to understand the Destiny storyline. In Destiny 1, you go to Earth's moon and you realize that there is a piece of the Traveler whose power is being absorbed by this thing called the Black Heart. The Traveler is basically what gives you your powers, so obviously you have to find out where this Black Heart is, and of course you're going to do that. You go to the reef and you meet up with the Queen of the Awoken, Mara Sov. You do a favor for her and she tells you that the Black Heart is actually in the Black Garden, and guess what? It's actually on Mars. So you go to Mars and you basically destroy this Black Heart. And that is the Destiny 1 storyline. Now in the Destiny 1 endgame, you stop this type of enemy called the Vex from, to make it very simplified, they're basically trying to build a time portal. So you go into this thing called the Vault of Glass and you defeat their boss Atheon, and that is the Destiny 1 endgame, explained in of course a very simplified manner. Destiny 1 Expansion 1 The Dark Below. This lady Ares comes to the tower. A long time ago, her and a fire team of 5 people actually went to the moon to defeat one of the hive bosses, Crota. Guess what? They failed miserably, but Ares survived and she came back to the tower, and as the main character you are supposed to stop the hive from bringing Crota's soul into the actual moon. So in the Dark Below storyline you actually accomplish that. You destroy this crystal that has Crota's soul, and then in the Destiny 1 endgame you go to Crota's realm and then of course you defeat Crota. Destiny 1 Expansion 2 House of Wolves. There's this type of enemy in Destiny called the Fallen, and the Fallen have different houses: House of Kings, House of Booties, House of Wolves. Anyways, the House of Wolves basically serves the Queen, but their leader Skolas is basically being tired of being pushed around. So Skolas starts a rebellion against the Queen, and guess what happens? That's right, in the House of Wolves storyline, you actually have to capture this guy Skolas, and after you capture him, you fight Skolas in the endgame activity Prison of Elders, and then of course you defeat Skolas. Oh, and by the way, Prison of Elders is the worst endgame Destiny activity to be ever created, and I hope it doesn't make it to Destiny 2. Anyways, let's move on. Destiny 1 Expansion 3 The Taken King. This guy shows up in the solar system and his name is Oryx, and guess what? Oryx is actually Crota's dad. Remember, you defeated Crota a couple of expansions ago. Long story short, he wants revenge, but of course, you're the main character, you can't be defeated. So in the Taken King storyline, you basically defeat this guy Oryx from destroying the entire solar system. Destiny 1 Expansion 4 Rise of Iron. So you remember the Fallen, right? Anyways, the Fallen discovered this thing called the SIVA virus, and they are using it to of course grow really powerful. So in the Rise of Iron campaign, you basically stop the Fallen from generating the SIVA virus. Oh, and by the way, in the Rise of Iron endgame, you destroy their leader Axis in the Wrath of the Machines raid, the best raid to ever exist in Destiny. And that is the complete Destiny 1 storyline summarized in 3 minutes, of course in a very simplified way. If you enjoyed this video, drop it a like, and if you're interested in Destiny 2 and Overwatch content, feel free to subscribe to the channel and support me on Patreon to get early access to my videos.